What if I told you that the secret to making progress every single day has nothing to do with working harder, but everything to do with thinking differently? What if the biggest obstacle standing in your way isn't your circumstances, but the way you're approaching them? Stick around, because this might just change how you see your entire life. Let's be real, life doesn't always go as planned. Some days it feels like you're stuck in the same place, no matter how hard you try. But here's the thing, progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about small, consistent steps. And today we're going to break down exactly how you can make those steps, no matter what's going on around you. By the end of this, you'll have a clear plan to move forward, even when it feels impossible. The power of daily decisions. Every single day, you're faced with choices. Some are big, but most are small. These small decisions are the ones that shape your life. They might seem insignificant at the time, but over days, weeks, and months, they add up. Think about it. What you do today determines where you'll be tomorrow. Let's break it down. What time do you wake up? Do you hit snooze or get up and start your day with purpose? That's a decision. What do you eat for breakfast? Do you fuel your body or grab something quick and unhealthy? Another decision. How do you spend your free time? Do you scroll through social media or read a book that helps you grow? Yet another decision. These choices might not feel like they matter much in the moment, but over time they create patterns. Patterns become habits, and habits determine your future. If you want to change your life, you don't need to make one giant leap. You just need to make better decisions, one small step at a time. Here's a simple truth. Success is the result of good decisions repeated over time. Failure is the result of poor decisions repeated over time. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Let's talk about the 1% rule. If you improve just 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. That's not a theory. It's math. Small improvements compound. One good decision leads to another. Over time, those decisions create momentum, and momentum is what carries you forward. But here's the catch. Bad decisions compound too. If you make poor choices every day, even small ones, they'll add up. You'll wake up one day and wonder how you got so far off track. The good news, you can start making better decisions today. Start by asking yourself one question. Does this decision move me closer to my goals or further away? If it moves you closer, do it. If it doesn't, don't. It's that simple. Let's take a practical example. Say your goal is to get in shape. Every day you have a choice. Go to the gym or skip it. Skipping might feel easier in the moment, but it doesn't help you reach your goal. Going to the gym might feel hard, but it's the right decision. Over time, those small decisions, going to the gym, eating healthy, staying consistent, will add up. You'll see results. The same applies to every area of your life. Want to save money? Every time you spend, ask yourself, does this align with my financial goals? Want to build better relationships? Every interaction is a chance to connect or drift apart. The choice is yours. Here's the bottom line. You are where you are today because of the decisions you've made up to this point. If you want to be somewhere else tomorrow, start making better decisions today. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Small decisions might not seem like much, but they're everything. They're the building blocks of your future. So what decisions will you make today? Focus on what you can control. Life is full of things you can't control. The weather, the economy, other people's actions. These are all outside your power. But here's the good news. There's a lot you can control. And when you focus on that, you take back your power. Let's start with your attitude. No one can control how you feel or think. That's entirely up to you. You can choose to see the good in a situation or focus on the bad. You can choose to be grateful or complain. Your attitude is your superpower. Next, your effort. No one can control how hard you work. That's on you. You can choose to give your best or settle for less. You can choose to push through challenges or give up. Your effort is entirely within your control. Then there's your mindset. How you see the world is up to you. You can choose to see obstacles as roadblocks or opportunities. You can choose to believe in yourself or doubt your abilities. Your mindset shapes your reality. Here's the thing. When you focus on what you can control, you stop wasting energy on what you can't. You stop stressing about things that don't matter. You start taking action where it counts. Let's say you're stuck in traffic. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you react. You can get frustrated and angry, or you can use the time to listen to a podcast or plan your day. The choice is yours. Or maybe you're dealing with a difficult person. You can't control their behavior, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay calm and respectful even if they're not. That's within your power. Here's a simple rule. If you can't control it, let it go. If you can control it, take action. This mindset shift is life-changing. It frees you from unnecessary stress and puts you back in the driver's seat. Let's talk about goals. You can't control whether you'll achieve them overnight, but you can control the steps you take today. You can't control the outcome, but you can control your effort. Focus on what you can do right now and let the rest take care of itself. Here's the bottom line. Life will always throw things at you that you can't control, but you can always control how you respond. When you focus on what's within your power, you take back control. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the creator of your life. So, what can you control today? Your attitude, your effort, your mindset. Focus on that and watch how your life changes. The importance of setting clear goals. Imagine waking up each day with no plan, no direction, just drifting wherever the day takes you. It sounds freeing, maybe even adventurous, but in reality, it leads to frustration and wasted potential. Without a clear destination, you'll wander aimlessly, wondering why nothing seems to change. That's why setting goals is crucial. Not just any goals, but clear, specific ones. Goals give your life purpose. They turn vague desires into actionable plans. It's not just about dreaming big. It's about knowing exactly what you want and how you're going to get it. A lot of people want to be successful, but very few know what that actually means for them. Success isn't just about money or fame. It's about fulfillment. It's about waking up excited because you're working towards something meaningful. But here's the catch. Goals without action are just wishes. That's why you need a roadmap. Start by breaking your big goals into smaller, actionable steps. Want to write a book? Start by writing 1 page a day. Want to get in shape? Commit to 20 minutes of exercise each morning. These small actions might not seem like much, but over time, they build momentum. They move you closer to your destination. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by big dreams. That's why you need to ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my goal? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. It could be a phone call, an email, reading a chapter of a book, or practicing a new skill. Small, consistent actions compound over time. Weekly planning is just as important. Take a few minutes every Sunday to look at your goals. What can you do this week to make progress? Schedule it. Block out time on your calendar. When you plan your actions in advance, you're less likely to get distracted or procrastinate. A clear direction transforms even the smallest actions into meaningful steps. When you know where you're going, everything you do has a purpose. You're no longer just busy, you're productive. You're no longer just surviving, you're thriving. But don't just set goals, review them. Every month, look back and see how far you've come. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. This keeps you motivated. It reminds you that every effort counts. It shows you that you're not stuck, you're moving forward. The truth is, life will throw obstacles in your way. There will be setbacks, failures, and days when you want to give up. But if your goals are clear, you'll find the strength to keep going. Clarity breeds resilience. When you know why you're doing something, you'll push through the challenges. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Setting goals isn't just about achieving them. It's about who you become in the process. It's about growing, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. So take the time to set clear goals. Be specific. Be intentional. Write them down. Review them regularly. And most importantly, take action every day. Even the smallest steps matter. Because with a clear direction, every effort becomes a step closer to your dreams. Develop a routine that works for you. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens through consistent effort. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about developing a routine that supports your goals, a routine that keeps you focused and productive, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Habits shape your life. Whether you realize it or not, your daily actions determine your future. The question is, are your habits moving you closer to your goals or pulling you away from them? That's why you need to create a routine that works for you, not just one that sounds good on paper. Start by identifying the habits that will have the biggest impact on your life. Maybe it's reading for 20 minutes every day to expand your knowledge. Maybe it's exercising each morning to boost your energy. Maybe it's planning your day in advance to stay organized and focused. The key is to choose habits that align with your goals. But don't try to change everything at once. It's tempting to overhaul your entire routine, but that approach rarely works. Start small. Pick one habit and focus on it until it becomes second nature. Once it's automatic, add another. This gradual approach builds momentum and prevents burnout. Consistency is the secret ingredient. It doesn't matter how motivated you feel today. What matters is what you do every day. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. And discipline is built through routine. That's why you need to show up even on the tough days, especially on the tough days. A great routine isn't rigid, it's flexible. Life is unpredictable. There will be days when things don't go as planned. Instead of giving up, learn to adapt. If you miss your morning workout, do it in the evening. If you don't have an hour to read, spend 10 minutes. The goal is progress, not perfection. Accountability helps too. Share your routine with someone you trust. Check in with them regularly. Knowing that someone is watching keeps you honest. It keeps you committed. But don't just focus on what you do. Focus on when you do it. Timing matters. Find the time of day when you're most focused and energized. That's when you should tackle your most important tasks. Protect that time. Don't let distractions steal it away. Remember, routines aren't just about productivity, they're about creating balance. Include time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Burnout isn't a badge of honor, it's a warning sign. A balanced routine keeps you energized, motivated, and creative. Review your routine regularly. Is it still working? Is it helping you reach your goals? If not, adjust it. A good routine evolves with you. It grows as you grow. Most importantly, be patient. Habits take time to form. Results take time to appear, but if you stay consistent, they will come. You'll start to see progress. You'll feel more in control of your life. You'll realize that success isn't about luck, it's about routine. So, develop a routine that works for you. Make it simple, make it sustainable. Stick to it, even when it's hard, because progress doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. It happens when you create a routine that supports your dreams. That's how you turn goals into reality. That's how you become unstoppable. Learn to embrace discomfort. Let's be honest, growth isn't always comfortable. It's not supposed to be. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But that's the point. Most people don't. They stay where it's safe, where it's familiar, where it's comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to grow, you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Think about it. Every great achievement in history happened because someone was willing to get uncomfortable. They took risks. They faced their fears. They stepped into the unknown. And that's what you must do if you want to reach your full potential. It's not just about taking big, bold steps. Sometimes it's the small daily decisions that push you just beyond what feels safe. Discomfort is a sign of growth. It's proof that you're challenging yourself. It's evidence that you're moving beyond what you already know. And yes, it feels awkward, it feels scary, but it's also exhilarating, it's empowering, it shows you what you're capable of. Every time you push through discomfort, you become stronger. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. But how do you do it? How do you learn to embrace discomfort? Start by reframing it. Stop seeing discomfort as something to avoid. See it as a sign that you're on the right track. When you feel that knot in your stomach, that hesitation, that fear, that's a clue. It's pointing you toward growth. It's showing you the way forward. Take on new challenges. Put yourself in situations where you're not the smartest person in the room, where you don't have all the answers, where you have to learn, adapt, and grow. It might mean starting a new project, learning a new skill, or speaking in front of an audience. It might mean having a difficult conversation or facing a fear you've avoided for years. But here's the key. Start small. You don't have to take giant leaps out of your comfort zone. Start with baby steps. If public speaking terrifies you, start by speaking up more in meetings. If networking makes you anxious, start by introducing yourself to one new person. These small steps build confidence. They build momentum. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but growth is permanent. When you do the uncomfortable thing, it feels awkward at first, but then something magical happens. You get used to it. What once felt impossible becomes second nature. What once scared you becomes your new normal. And here's the beautiful part. The more you embrace discomfort, the easier it gets. You become more resilient, more adaptable, more courageous. You learn to trust yourself. You learn that you can handle whatever comes your way. Don't wait until you feel ready. That day will never come. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's moving forward despite the doubt, despite the uncertainty, despite the discomfort. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who inspire you to grow, people who push you out of your comfort zone. When you see others doing hard things, it motivates you to do the same. It normalizes discomfort. It shows you that growth isn't just possible, it's necessary. Embrace failure too. Discomfort often comes with the risk of failure, but failure isn't final. It's feedback. It's a lesson. It's proof that you're trying, that you're learning, that you're growing. If you're not failing occasionally, you're playing it too safe. You're staying in your comfort zone. Celebrate your progress. Every time you push through discomfort, acknowledge it. Give yourself credit. It's a victory, no matter how small. It's a sign that you're growing, evolving, becoming a better version of yourself. Growth isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to stretch you, to test you, to transform you. So learn to embrace discomfort, lean into it, welcome it. Because on the other side of discomfort is everything you've ever wanted. Surround yourself with the right people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's a simple statement, but it's powerful. The people around you influence your mindset, your habits, your decisions, and ultimately your success. If you want to grow, you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Look around you. Who are you spending the most time with? Are they lifting you up or holding you back? Are they helping you grow or keeping you stagnant? This isn't about judging others. It's about protecting your potential. It's about choosing an environment that supports your dreams. Energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by negative, pessimistic people, that energy will rub off on you. You'll start to see the world through their lens. You'll start to believe in limitations instead of possibilities. But when you're surrounded by ambitious, positive, and driven people, their energy lifts you up. It inspires you. It pushes you to aim higher, to do more, to be more. Seek out people who are where you want to be. Learn from them. Watch how they think, how they work, how they overcome challenges. Success leaves clues. When you're around successful people, you start to pick up on their habits, their mindset, their approach to life. But don't just look for mentors or role models. Look for peers who are on the same journey as you, people who are equally hungry for growth, people who are striving for more. When you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, you create a culture of accountability. You challenge each other. You support each other. You grow together. This doesn't mean you should cut off everyone who isn't as ambitious as you, but you should be intentional about who you spend the most time with. If your circle is full of people who complain, who make excuses, who settle for mediocrity, that energy will influence you. Limit your exposure, protect your mindset, look for communities that inspire growth. It could be a mastermind group, a networking event, or an online community of high achievers. Put yourself in environments where growth is celebrated, where success is the norm. When you're surrounded by people who expect greatness, you'll rise to that expectation. Be willing to let go of toxic relationships. This isn't easy. It can be painful. But some people aren't meant to go on the journey with you. If someone constantly drags you down, if they discourage your dreams, if they hold you back, it's time to create distance. It's not about animosity, it's about growth. Be the type of person you want to attract. If you want to be around driven, positive, successful people, you need to embody those qualities yourself. Work on your mindset, develop your skills, be a source of inspiration, encouragement, and support. Like attracts like. Invest in relationships that matter. Spend time with people who believe in you, who challenge you, who celebrate your successes. Nurture those connections. They're priceless. You can't soar like an eagle if you're surrounded by turkeys. If you want to grow, if you want to reach your full potential, you must surround yourself with the right people. People who inspire you, people who challenge you, people who push you to be the best version of yourself. Because success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you do it with. Choose your circle wisely. It makes all the difference. Track your progress. How do you know if you're moving forward if you're not keeping track? It sounds simple, but most people don't do it. They set goals, they make plans, they work hard, but they never pause to see if they're making progress. And that's a problem, because without tracking, you're flying blind. You're guessing, not growing. Tracking your progress isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. It's about knowing where you stand, where you're succeeding, and where you need to improve. It's about celebrating your victories, no matter how small, and learning from your setbacks. It's about staying motivated because you can see how far you've come. Imagine trying to lose weight without stepping on a scale, or trying to save money without checking your bank balance. It wouldn't work. You'd have no idea if you're moving closer to your goal or drifting further away. The same goes for any goal you set. You need feedback, you need data, you need to know what's working and what's not. So, how do you track your progress? Start by writing it down. Get a journal, a planner, or even a simple notebook. Every day, write down what you did to move closer to your goal. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just a few lines about what went well, what didn't, and what you can do better tomorrow. Journaling helps you reflect. It forces you to pause, to think, to learn. It keeps you honest. It keeps you focused. It shows you patterns, both good and bad. Maybe you realize that you're more productive in the mornings, or maybe you notice that certain distractions keep derailing you. This awareness is powerful. It helps you make better decisions. If journaling isn't your thing, use a habit tracker. It's a simple tool, but incredibly effective. Write down the habits you want to build and check them off each day you do them. It sounds basic, but seeing those check marks adds up. It builds momentum. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. Digital tools work too. There are countless apps designed to help you track your goals, habits, and progress. Find one that works for you and use it consistently. The key is to pick a system and stick to it. It doesn't matter how fancy it is. What matters is that you use it every day. But don't just track your actions, track your results. If your goal is to get in shape, don't just track your workouts. Track your weight, your measurements, your energy levels. If your goal is to grow your business, track your sales, your revenue, your customer feedback. Actions matter, but so do outcomes. Review your progress regularly. At the end of each week, look back at what you accomplished. What went well? What could you improve? Were you consistent? Did you make progress? This weekly review keeps you accountable. It keeps you motivated. It helps you adjust your approach when needed. Once a month, do a deeper review. Look at the big picture. Are you moving closer to your goal? Are you on track? If not, why? Maybe your strategy isn't working. Maybe you need to pivot. Maybe you need to work harder. Whatever the case, monthly reviews give you the perspective you need to keep growing. Don't forget to celebrate your wins. It's easy to focus on what you didn't do or where you fell short, but progress is progress, no matter how small. Celebrate it. Reward yourself. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you positive. It reminds you that you're moving forward. But remember, tracking isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. It's about learning and growing. There will be days when you fall short. There will be setbacks, failures, and frustrations. But if you're tracking your progress, you'll learn from them. You'll adjust. You'll keep moving forward, because progress isn't about perfection. It's about showing up every day. It's about doing the work, tracking your progress, and making adjustments along the way. It's about staying committed even when it's hard. That's how you grow. That's how you succeed. Stay patient and persistent. Here's the thing about progress. It's not always visible right away. You might feel like you're putting in the work but not seeing results. You might get frustrated, discouraged, or even want to quit, but that's normal. Growth takes time. Success takes time. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want quick results, fast wins, and overnight success. But real success doesn't work that way. It's slow, it's steady. It's about planting seeds and patiently waiting for them to grow. It's about doing the work day in and day out, even when you don't see immediate results. Think about a bamboo tree. When you plant it, nothing happens for the first few years. No growth, no progress, nothing. But underground, its roots are spreading, growing stronger, preparing to support the towering tree it will become. And then, seemingly overnight, it shoots up, growing nearly 90 feet in just a few weeks. That's how progress works. It's invisible at first. It feels slow. It feels frustrating. But beneath the surface, growth is happening. Habits are forming. Skills are developing. Momentum is building. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. But to get there, you have to be patient. You have to trust the process. You have to keep going, even when it feels like nothing's happening, even when you feel stuck, even when you're tempted to quit, because that's when most people give up, right before the breakthrough. Patience is powerful. It keeps you calm. It keeps you focused. It keeps you moving forward. It reminds you that progress is a journey, not a destination. It helps you stay committed, even when it's hard. But patience isn't enough. You also need persistence. You need grit. You need the determination to keep going no matter what obstacles come your way, because setbacks will happen. Failure is inevitable. But persistence turns failure into feedback. It turns setbacks into comebacks. The road to success is long and challenging. There will be days when you feel tired, frustrated, and overwhelmed. There will be days when you doubt yourself, when you question whether it's worth it. But that's when persistence matters most. That's when you dig deep and keep going. Celebrate small wins along the way. Progress isn't just about the end result. It's about the journey. It's about every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn. When you celebrate small victories, you stay motivated. You stay positive. You remind yourself that you're growing. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, people who believe in you, who support you, who remind you why you started. Because on the tough days, you'll need that support. You'll need that encouragement. Stay patient. Stay persistent. Trust the process. Keep showing up day after day, no matter how slow the progress feels. Because small changes are adding up. Momentum is building. And one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. That's the power of patience and persistence. That's how you turn dreams into reality. That's how you succeed. Learn from every experience, every setback, every failure, every challenge. They're all teachers. Life has a way of giving us lessons, often wrapped in difficulties and disappointments. But here's the truth. You never truly fail if you learn something from it. You only fail if you quit. Think about it. Every great success story is filled with failures. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. But he didn't see it as failure. He saw it as 1,000 ways that didn't work. He learned from each attempt. He grew stronger, smarter, more resilient. The same goes for you. Every experience, good or bad, carries a lesson. But you have to be willing to learn. You have to ask the right questions. When things don't go as planned, don't waste time beating yourself up. Don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, ask yourself, what can I take from this? What did I learn? How can I use this to grow? This shift in mindset changes everything. It turns setbacks into setups for comebacks. It turns failures into feedback. It turns challenges into opportunities. When you start seeing every experience as a lesson, you'll never truly fail. You'll just keep getting better. But how do you do it? How do you learn from every experience? Start by taking responsibility. Own your mistakes. Don't blame others. Don't make excuses. Don't play the victim. That's the easy way out, but it won't help you grow. When you take responsibility, you take control. You put yourself in the driver's seat. You acknowledge what you did wrong, and you figure out how to do better next time. This isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about looking at the situation objectively, without emotion or ego. Next, analyze what happened. Break it down. What went wrong? Why did it go wrong? Was it poor planning, lack of preparation, bad timing, wrong strategy? Get to the root cause. The more specific you are, the better. Don't settle for surface level answers. Dig deep. Then look for the lesson. Every failure has one, but you have to be willing to find it. Sometimes the lesson is about patience. Sometimes it's about persistence. Sometimes it's about humility or discipline or focus. Whatever it is, identify it, write it down, internalize it. Once you've found the lesson, apply it. Put it into action. Don't just learn from your mistakes, grow from them. Adjust your approach, change your strategy, do things differently next time. This is how you turn failure into success. But don't just learn from your own experiences, learn from others too. Success leaves clues. Study the people who have achieved what you want to achieve. Read their books, watch their interviews, learn from their mistakes, their failures, their setbacks. You don't have to go through every struggle yourself. This isn't about comparison, it's about education. It's about standing on the shoulders of giants. It's about learning from the best so you can be your best. Be curious, be humble, be willing to learn from anyone at any time. Everyone you meet knows something you don't. Every experience you have teaches you something new. When you approach life with this mindset, growth becomes inevitable. Embrace failure. Don't fear it, don't avoid it, don't run from it. Face it, learn from it. Use it to get better, stronger, smarter. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a stepping stone on the path to success. Remember, the most successful people aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who learn from it. They're the ones who see every experience as a lesson, every setback as an opportunity, every challenge as a teacher. Learn from every experience, grow from every failure, and you'll never truly lose. Celebrate your wins. Progress isn't just about the big milestones. It's about the small wins along the way. It's about the daily victories, the tiny triumphs, the little steps forward. But too often, we overlook them. We're so focused on the destination that we forget to enjoy the journey. That's a mistake, because those small wins matter. They build momentum. They fuel motivation. They remind you that you're moving forward even when progress feels slow. And that momentum is what keeps you going. Think about it. Success is a series of small wins stacked on top of each other. It's not one giant leap. It's a collection of tiny steps taken day after day. It's waking up early when you don't feel like it. It's choosing to work out instead of watching TV. It's saying no to distractions and yes to discipline. These moments don't feel significant on their own, but together they create massive change. Together they lead to success, and that's why you need to celebrate them. Not just the big wins, but the small ones too. Did you stick to your routine today? That's a win. Did you handle a tough situation with grace? Another win. Did you make progress no matter how small? Celebrate it, because every step forward counts. Every step forward matters. But how do you celebrate your wins? Start by acknowledging them. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect. What went well today? What did you accomplish? What are you proud of? Write it down, savor it, let yourself feel good about it. Too often we focus on what went wrong, on what we didn't do, on where we fell short. But that mindset drains motivation. It kills momentum. It makes progress feel impossible. By celebrating your wins, you flip the script. You focus on the positive. You build confidence. You stay motivated, but don't just keep it to yourself. Share your wins with others. Tell a friend, a mentor, or a loved one. Post about it. Celebrate it publicly. Not to show off, but to inspire others. Success is contagious. When you celebrate your wins, you give others permission to do the same. Reward yourself. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be as simple as taking a break, treating yourself to a nice meal, or doing something you love. The reward isn't about the size. It's about the recognition. It's about giving yourself credit for your hard work. And don't wait until you reach the finish line. Celebrate the journey. Celebrate the process. Celebrate the progress. Because progress is what leads to success. And if you only celebrate the end result, you miss out on the joy of getting there. This isn't about settling or getting complacent. It's about fueling your fire. It's about staying motivated. It's about reminding yourself why you started in the first place. Every small win is a step closer to your goal. Every small win is proof that you're moving forward. Every small win is a reason to celebrate. So celebrate your wins, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant they seem. Because success isn't just about the big moments. It's about the little victories that add up over time. Celebrate your wins and you'll build momentum. Celebrate your wins and you'll stay motivated. Celebrate your wins and you'll keep moving forward. That's how progress is made. That's how success is achieved. One small win at a time. Here's the truth. Making progress every day isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about focusing on what you can control, learning from your experiences and staying committed to your goals. When you do that, you'll find that progress isn't just possible, it's inevitable. So let's recap. Start by focusing on your daily decisions. Set clear goals, develop a routine, and embrace discomfort. Surround yourself with the right people. Track your progress and stay patient. Learn from every experience and don't forget to celebrate your wins. When you put these principles into practice, you'll find yourself making progress every single day, no matter what.